you might think to yourself that exploration happened 30 years ago, too late ago. I was always been someone who's fascinated by stories. I've always loved stories. And so I was doing all of these comic books, and I would write them, do them, draw them, color them, finish. Look within yourself from childhood. Meditate if you have to. If you can't remember what it is that you absolutely loved back then there's going to be a whole lot of thinking time for you to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 6 of Business Talks with Carl. And today we're going to talk about, and we're going to get from where we left off, and that is the founder, 2016 film, John D. Hancock. And of course, what we've left off is from the previous video. We've actually talked about the speedy system and the importance of efficiency into creating a business, the importance of innovation and this completely disrupting the market. Okay, revolutionary, right? Be a revolutionary. Part 2 is all about your inner self, all about you as an individual, the drive to be able to push forward whatever it is, the obstacle, right? We don't care about that. If you're not plummeting every now and then, if you're not getting sad, if you're not questioning yourself every now and then what's happening to you, right? If you're not learning, then you're not living, okay? So it's not too late, and that is the title of this part 2 special. It's not too late. We have to remember who Ray Kroc is. Traveling salesman, 52 years old, and they actually said in the film, most people at that age will be thinking about retirement, thinking about that retired life, thinking about settling down, and probably living a life until, well, the eventuality of death. But Ray Kroc was someone who finds in himself that there's still something missing. There's still something that I can do. Right? And it's not just Ray Kroc. When you look at from the previous video, I talked about Charles Bukowski, right? Very late years in his life. Albert Einstein didn't get published or won the Nobel Prize right away. He's old when he got to win the Nobel Prize, and they were broke. That's the only thing that he was clinging into at that time in his life. If you watch documentaries about Einstein, if you read about Einstein, that's the whole truth. Abraham Lincoln, in his 40th birthday, he's broke, didn't have an education. And his 41st birthday, he decided to read books, study law. And a couple of years after that, he passed the bar exam. A couple of years after that, I think he became, if not, I think a congressman. I want to say a congressman. I'm not quite too sure about that. And then a couple of years later, he became the president. How crazy is that? 40 years old, broke, no education, didn't know anything about law, and then decided one day to change his life. All right, I don't want to have my birthday broke again. And then he decided to, okay, let me change my world, let me change my thoughts. I want to learn this, and I'm not gonna stop until my birthday is happy again, because people are telling them happy birthday. It's not a happy birthday. Okay, it's not a happy birthday. And I know so much happiness is a choice, but really changing your life is a choice too. Okay, changing your life is a choice too. So 52-year-old salesman, okay, he's okay, he's doing well, actually. Good community, good wife, good house, money in the bank, good friends that he has in the country club that he is a part of. And his wife, well, let's just say that his wife wasn't that too supportive of him at first on set. And that's because his wife sees that they're already okay, right? They're okay, they're well off, and there's really nothing that they can not have already at that time. But Ray Kroc was still hungry. Ray Kroc is still in it for something that's big. He's still searching for that next big thing. And to his wife, it's very confusing, and he didn't understand Ray Kroc, of why Ray Kroc cannot sleep until he finds that next big thing. They were what, 52 years old, 50s, they were in their 50s, and they're still in that pursuit of success. Although they had a glimpse of that, they had a good share of that. Ray Kroc still wanted more, and he believed that he can be more. Ray Kroc is a salesman, and you've actually saw that from the first video, is that he would go from restaurants to restaurants trying to sell the multi-mixer. Actually became a good joke, and when he's trying to borrow or loan money from the bank They would recognize who Ray Kroc is because he practically sold to each and everyone, right? And a repeat of clients, a repeat of people that he gets to sell to. And he actually forgot that, oh, I actually sold to you once. But he forget. But the people didn't forget him because the people were making fun of him, right? Of all of these gadgetries, all of these machineries that at that time they didn't even need, right? This crazy machineries that it's over advertised, over sales, over pushed in terms of sales. And they remembered Ray Kroc as a joke salesman who's just in it for the money. And so pretty much his entire life, all of these emotions, this negative emotions that people have towards him, who makes fun of him, who didn't think that he could amount to something that's really good. Even his country club friends, those who are wealthy, who are in the same club as him, they think of Ray Kroc as a sore loser. But Ray Kroc doesn't believe that. Ray Kroc doesn't believe that. And is he someone who just comes who has just this burning desire? No. Okay, Ray Kroc is human, right? Sometimes he questions himself too. Maybe I'm not fit for this. Maybe this is delusions of grandeur. Maybe this isn't something that I can really do. Maybe I'm thinking I'm biting off more than I can chew. And for Ray Kroc, it isn't something that is always internal. He has this external source also, and what he would do after a stressful day is that he would listen to this kind of a motivational tape of a plaque or record that he would listen to before going to sleep. And it's absolutely amazing. And it goes like this: nothing in this world is more important than persistence. Talent won't. That's why this world is full of talented people who are unsuccessful. Genius won't. Unrecognized genius is practically a cliche. Education won't. Why this world is full of educated fools. It is with determination and persistence alone that can help you become successful. And that's absolutely life-changing. I actually used that in one of my one of my presentations back at school, because it's that life-changing, right? Not everybody is a genius. Not everybody has to had the education. Not everybody is as talented. And when you try and look in the movie of who Ray Kroc really is really the guy who just didn't give up, who really didn't quit. Because when you try and look at the Speedy system, right? He didn't create the Speedy system. The McDonald's brothers invented the Speedy system, right? Dick and Mac McDonald created that. The whole platform, the whole Golden Arches thing, not his idea. He didn't have the genius of that to be able to create that to stand out from the crowd, no. Ray Kroc didn't think any of those things, right? He didn't thought of those things. And so when you try and look of who Ray Kroc really is, he is someone who didn't give up, who look at things that, okay, you might be more talented than me, your education might be better than me, but here's the thing about it: I can outwork you. I can outwork you if I just have a little bit more grit, if I wake up earlier than you, a little bit earlier than you, and if I sleep a little bit later than you, and if I just work and work and work and work. And this is absolutely amazing, right? This promise of the dream. The promise is that you invest in your dream, it will pay off. And perhaps you will not see it right now, and it's kind of in line with all of the unicorns, the leprechauns, what have you. And it might sound like delusions of grandeur. And for me, myself, who am I, right? I don't know who am I right now in terms of where I'm going to be 50 years from now. But I have a vision. I have a vision of, okay, this is who Carl is going to be. We have to remember of who you are right now, watching this video. Who you are right now is the result of the decisions that you made 5 to 10 years ago. And who you are 10 years from now or 5 years from now is the result of the decisions that you make now. You have to remember that. Really powerful, right? So in 5, 10 years from now, if I keep doing this, and I hope that I keep doing this, I'll be able to get there. Maybe not now. And I don't know most of the things that I'm saying right now, right? I'm not someone who's condescending and thinks of himself as really good. I'm not good, right? Socrates said, all I know is I know nothing. And that starts from there. It's the humility, groundness that you can learn still, right? You have to be open to everything, right? And attached to nothing. I think that was Wade Dyer. And that's why you have people saying that success is a habit, right? Success is a habit, and they say it. And John C. Maxwell said that what you want to do tomorrow, do today. What you want to be 10 years from now, do today. And that will pay off. That will pay off. And might seems a little bit superstitious, something that's not true, a little corny, but yeah, it's in the journey. The joy is in the journey, and then eventually the success comes in, and it's very rewarding. And I'm not there yet, right? I'm not there yet, but eventually I believe that I can. And you just have to believe, right? You just have to believe. Put in the work, put in the effort every day. Progress daily. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said that you don't have to improve so much, so drastically in a day. You just have to improve at least 1% per day. Imagine what you will become 365 days later, right? Imagine 1% per day is all you need. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said that. Absolutely amazing. And so that is the end of part 2. We're going to talk about part 3 in another video, and if you want to see that, then stick around.